In this video, I'm going to produce some custom cast aluminum drawer pulls for a project I'm working on. This is Renshape 460. Although it is fairly expensive, it is incredibly nice to machine and sand. This single sheet cost me about $240. This works out to about $28 per board foot. For perspective, walnut costs about $9 per board foot, but is well worth it in my opinion. I could have spent extra time on the machine for a smoother finish, but once again, this is very easy to sand. I designed the pattern for 16.5-inch drawer pulls. I decided to extend this to 18 inches, as I could always cut them to length later. This would mean that I could use the pattern for drawers that were longer in the future. I decided to remove this foot for the sprue. This is already a very long pattern. This will give me more flexibility in deciding where to put the sprue and riser. I made a quick end cap and sanded it smooth. I am using Petrobond for this cast, as I'm interested in having a very nice surface quality. Now I just need to melt some aluminum. Here I am degassing and removing the dross. This is a very large cast. I am using a number 10 crucible. This translates to about 10 pounds of aluminum when completely full. This cast would require about 7 pounds, including the sprue and riser. After about 15 minutes, the cast is cool enough to remove. Here is the raw cast. It came out better than I expected, but I'll still have to do a bit of finish work. I'll be going for a brushed look on these. Here you can see that I was right on with the shrink estimate for the 16.5-inch version. I'm going to cut this to length. I'll lay out a jig for the holes as I intend to make a few of these, and I want them to be consistent. Once I am happy with the depth of the countersink, I am setting the depth stop on the drill press. This will keep them consistent across all of the holes. I thought I'd give you an extra glimpse into what happens after the cast. Petrobond is reusable, but unless you have the ability to mix it really well, using a muller for example, you'll want to separate the burnt sand. In this case, I would guess that about 10% of the sand is burnt and will be set aside. Here is an unburnt piece of Petrobond. You can see how it is still sticky and packs well. This is a burnt piece. You can see how it completely disintegrates in my hand. Even with this being primarily burnt sand, you can see that when it is mixed, it regains its ability to clump. Some people actually prefer it after it is used. But until I have a way to make it completely consistent, I'm just setting it aside for future use.